All right.
Welcome to the Holland bus. It has a name, but not everybody in our family has agreed upon it. But I call her Siwu, which means safe place. Anyway, so MCI 9, Detroit diesel, 1984. We picked her up on her way from Green Bay to Minneapolis. She was the Trooper Drum and Bugle Corps bus from Casper, Wyoming, originally. And when she retired, then it passed through a couple owners before we found her in this field, and took her for a drive, and that was it. Love at first sight. Still has the original driver's seat, which when we're parked doubles as a front closet catch-all kind of place. But you know, it's an old girl. Like, it's got all the original beeper, and that's the way we close and open. So little kids love to sit in here and push buttons, and it's a blast. So come on in. So this is the main living space. We've got our dining room, our living room, our office, our library, our kitchen, and this is also a guest bed. We also have, sometimes we've had people sleep here, but it's not quite wide enough. Sometimes children will sleep there. But this turns into a guest bed, and then we have a guest bed that comes down from the ceiling there and comes across the front of the cab, which I'll show you later. The bus was built out in stages, so when we left in the bus, the only thing that was built was this couch, the dinette, and the bed in the back. Everything else was container. And then over the course of the months and years, we picked up things along the way. So, for instance, this light I found in a one of those sort of hoarder shops where you walk in and it's got the little tiny pathway, and you go up to the counter with whatever item you find, and the little old guy's like, yeah, I'm not selling that. You know, those places. But I found this one and I really loved it, so I convinced him that it really needed to go home with me, and so I think he gave it to me for $60. And then I found the little glass at a Habitat for Humanity for $1 each. This was in Omaha, Nebraska, and that was in Des Moines, Iowa, that we found these pieces. My artwork is sort of the most precious thing to me in the bus. It's the thing that we've taken through life with us, pieces that have come into our lives at different times. This was my mother's, and it's just a place I've always wanted to go. I picked this one up in Florida. This is my alter ego over here. She's the spirit of hospitality. This one was a drawing that a young lady did while we were performing at a bar one night, and we came off the stage, and it was a place that sold pizza, and so they had paper plates, and she came up and handed it to us. It was really, really sweet. This one was from a lady who had been to Peru, and she just looked at me and said, "You need this painting," and gave it to me. This is from a friend of ours, this one as well. It's when we got married. So yeah, there's all kinds of fun pieces in here. Yeah, so the kitchen functions pretty well. I reckon it does. I mean, I cook for lots and lots of people. Lots of times we'll pull into someone's home and I will already have a meal prepared for them, and maybe they'll have a whole family. So I have all my little spices and all that kind of good stuff up here. The drawers along the side have all my utensils. I've got Tupperware and pots and pans in here, and then this one. This is just general eating dishes that are available. All my cups and pitchers and stuff like that. This is a food cabinet over here. IKEA has been really helpful in small spaces. We have this piece from IKEA, the thing with the knives, and then the trash is kind of fun. It's this funky little roll out. Saves a lot of space. Even tried to utilize this space over here by putting shelves, and then this cupboard is for, you know, just wine glasses or whatever you can fit in there, really. This is a pantry drawer and a baking drawer, and then another little pantry drawer. So I pretty much have everything I had in my house except for a dishwasher, but I utilize my blender quite a bit and my chopper. Other than that, I don't really need a lot of bells and whistles. My stove gets well used. What else? Yeah, come on through. This is the walk-through bathroom. We spent a lot of time drawing all sorts of different ways of doing a bus, and the one thing I did not want in my bus was a long hallway all the way down. I didn't want to live in a hallway. And so the compromise was to move the door to the side so that that space in the front could become its own room. But then that meant that either this back space would become a hallway this way, which we'd lose a lot of storage. And so the compromise was to sort of do a walk-through bathroom. And I'm really glad we did it, because we have enough privacy if you know, we're family. So if somebody's in the toilet and really needs to get through, they can pull the curtain across. Otherwise, the door closes. So that creates a sense of privacy. Once again, my artwork's really precious to me. This is a friend of ours, Nick Arnaldi, who painted that. And this piece was an inspirational piece done by a whole group of people. But the main drawing was by a friend of ours named Chaz Jones. And the shower is one of my favorite features in our bus. This came after about 4.5 years. And I'm glad it didn't come right away, because we were able to collect all these rocks from all over the world. And I had this vision of, I love spas, and I had this vision of, you know, pebble flooring. And so this is my husband's creativity. He drew the design and just went to town. And I have a whole shelf dedicated to more of my seashells. I love the little treasures that you can find from around the world. This was going to originally be a laundry, and then we realized that that was a waste of space. So we just have a laundry drawer now. And yeah, so just all the storage you'd need in a bathroom. Plus that gets used for lots of other things as well. This sink is from IKEA. So are these little hooks, and then I wanted something creative to symbolize each of us, and so I don't know where I got that idea, maybe Pinterest or something. This is the kids' room. So I'll shut this door so you can kind of get a feel. So this is their bunk room. The top bunk is Graciana's, although Banjo's now moved up to the top because Graciana has moved out and is doing her own thing now in Australia. But I don't know, they've got their own little storage, and they're both unique to each child. Graciana designed what she wanted up here originally, and then Banjo's really wanted a man cave idea, and so he's got he's got a whole man cave theme going on with all his stickers and Area 51 keep out, and this piece here was from IKEA, and that was for a skateboard. And then he has this drawer here that Craig created for him back when he was really into Lego. So it had all the right compartments for him to sort out all his Legos. He's grown out of that now. It's so sad. They get so big so fast. This is Gracie's closet and her drawers, and then Banjo's all were underneath this bunk here. We originally thought they would use this desk a lot for homeschool, but they ended up just sit up in front most of the time. More books. Oh, this is kind of fun here. This is we had to figure out a way to latch the doors so that they wouldn't fly open when we were driving. So, searching and searching and searching. And initially, we were looking at these big clunky things, but this is a screen latch for screens on your windows, and it just worked perfect. So that's what we chose. Books. Open this door. So I'm going to shut the door behind you. You come through, and this gives you the other side of the. So this is their homeschool closet. There's all kinds of art supplies in these drawers. They had lots of resources all through the years. It's been weeded out now, but. And then if you want to come on this side of me, and I'll take you into our room. So this is our room. This is a queen size bed. Has tons of storage. I'll show you the way the drawers are set up. So our friend David Baumgardner designed this. So underneath this bed sits the engine, and it goes back about here, and then it drops down. So these top drawers go three containers back. So you can pull that one forward, and then you have a little clip here, and then you got another one. So we have plenty of storage for clothes that are winter when we're in summer, or vice versa. It's my workout for the day. The bottom drawers do the same thing, but they only go back two. So all those are the same. There's also this storage behind the bed. We can lift up, and there's CDs and stuff in there. Yeah, so little things that we found, treasures along the way. If you ever get up to the Midwest, Hobby Lobby is the place to go for this kind of funky stuff. Let's see. Then on this side, a lot of times the kids would come back here and hang out, and they put their computer up here and watch movies, or I don't know, they bring their instruments back here and spread out and make music. There's this drawer, fun for shoes, closet. Yeah, that's my house.
Alright,
I'm going to show you how to put the table down to create the guest bed. So you take this peg out, right here, you stick it up, you bring the leg up, and then you stick the peg in so that it holds the leg in just like that. Then you bring the table down onto these little the little lips on the boom. Okay. Then you take these pieces off, like so. Put the cushions back on. And you do the same thing on that side as well. Cushion back on, and basically it creates the bed. So if you want to come right along, let me know. The other bed that we have that's available for guests is this piece here. Is a cot that we designed, and it comes down, and each bar sits about here and here, and then stretches across the top. So that becomes a guest bed as well. One final thing to look at is our welcome sign. Yes, so when you come in, you can feel jolly with these kind folks. I have no idea who they are, but we were in a thrift store one day, and there was a lady that came up to me and said, "I think you need this picture." I have that happen to me quite a bit, and I said, "You are right, I do need that picture." So I was looking for a welcome sign. Perfect.